So we're on number 4 of our session. So today we're going to look at a few things within the manual and a few things around the manual, and then we're going to start looking at the Ashtanga practice and start doing a bit more intense with our practice. And then we're going to look back at the manual, and then I'm going to give you a few things to do again in the Facebook portal. And and that's it really. And we'll have a lovely time, hopefully. So looking in the sutras, what have you found? I've just found something which I have actually shared to our group on WhatsApp, because I just saw it and it just popped out at me, and it said, whether you are interested in reaching samadhi or plan to ignore yoga entirely, I would advise you to remember at least this one sutra. It's on page 54. Oh. So
I've only got the pocket version.
A little pocket version. Is it the same? I hope so. I have got it on the WhatsApp as well if you can't find it. But it's on book. It's called Book 1, Samadhi Pada.
I don't think it's on the same page because I've got both. It's a blank. Oh. It is. That's a blank page in the little.
Naughty.
Page.
Oh. It's on the portion on contemplation. It's in book 1. How can I help? It's sort of towards the end of book 1, number 33. Number 33.
Oh yeah. Got it.
Okay, so what I find is the best way for us to learn is for us to read aloud and to share the reading aloud. As Christine is probably quite familiar with this bit.
Yeah.
Would you quiet? Okay, so in fact, Christina, do you want to lead with what number 33 says? You don't have to say the Sanskrit bit.
Okay.
The big, long, horrible word at the top. Don't do that.
So do I start from friendliness?
Yes. Yeah.
Do I need to try and pronounce?
Why don't you have a go? It's only us.
Me and my northern accent with these
Northern sutras. A good word, Northern sutras.
Maitri,
yeah.
Friendliness, Karuna, compassion, Mudita, delight, Upek, Shanam, disregard, Sukha, happy, Dukha, unhappy, Punya, virtuous, Apunya, wicked, Vishayanam, in the case of Bhavanata, by cultivating attitudes, Chitta, mind stuff, Prasadana, undisturbed calmness.
Okay, keep going.
By cultivating attitudes of friendliness towards the happy, compassion for the unhappy, delight in the virtuous, and disregard towards the wicked, the mind stuff retains its undisturbed calmness.
So isn't that wonderful? By being friendly towards happy people, compassion for unhappy people, delight in the virtuous, and disregard towards the wicked. Isn't that clever? I guess it's identifying which person or which part of you're going for. But I've seen this written in different places by different yogis. You might have seen it already. Okay. Christine, do you want to just carry on?
Whether you are interested in reaching samadhi or plan to ignore yoga entirely, I would advise you to remember at least this one sutra. It will be very helpful to you in keeping a peaceful mind in your daily life. You may not have any great goal in your life, but just try to follow this one sutra very well, and you will see its efficacy. In my own experience, this sutra became my guiding light to keep my mind serene always. Shall I carry on?
Go on.
I think, you know why I keep stopping? I think it's because I get the children to read paragraphs at school and then not twice if they want to carry on or jump to the next person. So I do apologise. Who would not like serenity of mind always? Who would not like to be happy always? Everybody wants that. So Patanjali gives 4 keys: friendliness, compassion, delight, and disregard. There are only 4 kinds of locks in the world. Keep these 4 keys always with you. When you come across any one of these 4 locks, you will have the proper key to open it.
Wonderful. Thank you, Laura.
So I've got the pocket version, which is slightly
Okay.
shortened, but I can read from that. And
Oh, yeah, okay. Let's just go with it.
okay, I'll just read from what I've got. When you see happy people, use the friendliness key. Why should Patanjali say this? Because even 4,000 years ago, there must have been people who were not happy at seeing others happy. It is still the same way. Suppose some people drive up in a big car, park in front of a huge palatial home, and get out. Some other people are standing on the pavement in the hot sun getting tired. How many of these people will be happy? Not many. They will be saying, see that big car? These people are sucking the blood of the laborers. We come across people like that. They are always jealous. When a person gets name, fame, or high position, they try to criticize that person. Oh, don't you know that person's brother is so-and-so? Some strings must have been pulled somewhere. They will never admit that the person might have gone up by his or her merits. By that jealousy, you won't disturb the other person, but you disturb your own serenity. Those people simply got out of the car and walked into the house, but you were burning up inside. Instead, think, oh, such fortunate people. If everyone was like that, how happy the world would be. May God bless everybody to have such comfort. I will also get that one day. Make those people your friends. That response is missed in many cases, not only between individuals, but even amongst nations. When some nation is prospering, the neighboring country is jealous of it and wants to ruin its economy. So we should always have the key of friendliness when we see happy people.
Oh, it's amazing.
So good, isn't it?
So good. It's
So
so relevant.
So relevant. Okay, Natalia.
See. Am I carrying on the reading?
You are.
And what of the next lock, the unhappy people? Well, Swami said people have their own karma. They must have done some wretched thing in their last birth. Let them suffer now. That should not be our attitude. Maybe they are suffering from previous bad karma, but we should have compassion. And I've highlighted this bit, but I don't know. If you can lend a helping hand, do it. If you can share half of your loaf, share it. Be merciful always. By doing that, you will retain the peace and poise of your mind. Remember, our goal is to keep the serenity of our minds. Whether our mercy is going to help others or not, by our own feeling of mercy, at least we are helped. Then comes the third kind, the virtuous people. When you see virtuous people, feel delighted. Oh, how great they are. They must be my heroes. I should imitate their great qualities. Don't envy them. Don't try to pull them down. Appreciate the virtuous qualities in them and try to cultivate them in your own life. And lastly, the wicked. We come across wicked people sometimes. We can't deny that. So what should be our attitude? Indifference. Well, some people are like that. Probably I was like that yesterday. Am I not a better person now? They will probably be all right tomorrow. Don't try to advise such people because wicked people seldom take advice. If you try to advise them, you will lose your peace. I still remember a small story from the Pancha Tantra, which I was told as a small child. One rainy day, a monkey was sitting on a tree branch, getting completely drenched. Right opposite, on another branch of the same tree, there was a small sparrow sitting in its hanging nest. Normally, a sparrow builds its nest on the edge of a branch so it can hang down and swing around gently in the breeze. It has a nice cabin inside with an upper chamber, a reception room, bedroom down below, even a delivery room if it is going to give birth to little ones. Now this is cute. Oh yes. Oh yes, you should see and admire a sparrow's nest sometime. It was warm and cozy inside its nest, and the sparrow peeped out and seeing the poor monkey said, "Oh, my dear friend, I am so small. I don't even have hands like you, only a small beak. But with only that, I built a nice house, expecting this rainy day. Even if the rain continues for days, I will be warm inside. I heard Darwin saying that you are a forefather of human beings. So why don't you use your brain? Build a nice small hut somewhere to protect yourself during the rain." You should have seen the face of that monkey. It was terrible. "Oh, you little devil, how dare you try to advise me? Because you are warm and cozy in your nest, you are teasing me. Wait, you will see where you are." The monkey proceeded to tear the nest to pieces, and the poor bird had to fly out and get drenched like the monkey. This is a story I was told when I was quite young, and I still remember it. Sometimes we come across such monkeys, but if you advise them, they take it as an insult. They think you are proud of your position. If you sense even a little bit of that tendency in somebody, stay away. He or she will have to learn by experience. By giving advice to such people, you will only lose your peace of mind. Is there any other category you can think of? Patanjali groups all individuals in these 4 ways: the happy, the unhappy, the virtuous, and the wicked. So have these 4 attitudes: friendliness, compassion, gladness, and indifference. These 4 keys should always be with you in your pocket. If you use the right key with the right person, you will retain your peace. Nothing in the world can upset you then. Remember, our goal is to keep a serene mind. From the very beginning of Patanjali's sutras, we are reminded of that, and this sutra will help us a lot. Whoa. Very profound.
Very profound. I hope you found that useful. I might share it with one of my daughters, actually. Struggling with, they struggle with friendships, friendships at school, and sometimes you just have to be indifferent, don't you?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, there'll be a lot of that going on at your school, Christina.
Oh yes, daily. Teaching's not just about maths and literacy, it's about being nice human beings and being kind, which I probably say once every day.
Yeah. Wow. Okay, so, right, let's have a little memory test now. Oh, we're going there. Get rid of that. So I've just shared that bit there to remind us as well. So we've got that. So here, Drishti. What was Drishti? Can we remember from last week?
Gaze.
Gaze.
Gaze. Can you name 2 Drishtis?
Third foot, Drishti.
Okay.
Nasagrai.
Nasagrai, lovely. Okay, go back to your manuals and just have a quick look to remember.
I can't remember what you got.
It was page.
So it was 21. Just a quick one. Why is this chakra just appears once? Nabi chakra, navel, and yet none of the others say chakra.
Because it's staring at you. That's what it's called. It's the navel chakra. That's a drishti. It's a focus.
Okay.
I mean, you could, I guess, stare at the other chakras.
No, but that's the only one that says. Oh, I see. Because there's right. Okay. I mean, even third eye, Brahmajaha. Couldn't you say? Would you not say the drishti is to the Ajna chakra? No.
I don't know why it's that.
No.
I don't know why.
It just is.
I mean, you could name all the chakras and then use those as drishtis, I guess, couldn't you? Ajna?
Mataya.
Good question, though. It's
Right.
made me think.
Not important.
Okay, so what's this one? What's this posture?
Downward dog.
Facing dog.
This one?
Half moon.
Half moon.
Yeah. And this one?
Forward fold.
And can we just take this word apart here? So pad, can you remember what pad was?
Pose, was it?
Feet.
Feet.
Feet, well
Oh,
done,
feet.
Laura. Angusta,
Feet. Is it something to do with bending, I'm guessing?
big toe.
Big toe.
I know, mad. Okay, right, so that was just a little spot check. We'll keep doing those. So let's go in onto our mats, and what we're going to do is we're going to get, I think David out is useful, but it's also in our manual here. Here's the other postures. Hang on, let me find the page with postures here. So it might be that sometimes you're asked to do an Ashtanga class. So I want you to be able to do one, not run away. So we're going to work through the Ashtanga practice today. Where is it gone? Can you find it for me? That would be good.
In the manual.
In the manual. It's like a little, it's just a sheet with the whole series just on one sheet. There we go. 188. So I've got that printed in there for you. Just as a, yeah. Page 188.
Yeah.
Back up.
Yeah.
And then I've got just before that, we've got the Sanskrit on page 185 and 186 of the numbers in Sanskrit. So 1 to 9 and 1 to 17. So you might, I don't know, has anyone ever experienced going to an Ashtanga class where they did it all in Sanskrit?
Yeah.
I think it's not really very, very popular now, but I have been, and that people have gone Ekam Dve Drini Katvari and gone right through it when they're very, very purist about it. So you've got that there in case you need it. And then the page before, we've just got a little bit about Ashtanga and the source. So Laura, would you like to start reading at the top there? Chapter 9.
Chapter 9, yeah. Ashtanga sequence of postures. Ashtanga is 99% practice and 1% theory. K. Patabi Joyce,
Yeah.
founder of the Ashtanga Yoga Institute.
Yeah.
The Ashtanga Yoga system and its sequence of postures were reconstructed from a mysterious manuscript written on a bundle of palm leaves called the Yoga Kurunta. This collection of verses on Hatha Yoga was discovered in the 1930s by Sanskrit scholar and yoga master, Sri
Sorry.
Tirumali Krishnamacharya. Sorry, I've butchered that, and his disciple K. Patabi Joyce. The duo were researching Sanskrit texts at a Kolkata University library. The manuscript has been dated to be between 500 and 1,500 years old. I've got to say it again. Krishnamacharya and Joyce translated and reconstructed the Ashtanga Yoga series. Originally, there were 6 sequences of postures, and Patabi Joyce, with the encouragement of Krishnamacharya, took the instructions as a basis of his practice and teaching. The Ashtanga master Patabi Joyce lived until a ripe old age of 93, dying of natural causes, and he taught yoga at his institute in Mysore, India, until the end of his life. Shall I keep going?
Yes.
What is Ashtanga? Ashtanga, taught by Patabi Joyce, is a form of Hatha Yoga, which focuses on asana, posture, and pranayama, breath control. Some people call this Ashtanga Vinyasa Yoga in order to distinguish between Patanjali's Eightfold System and the Ashtanga Yoga described in this manual. The 3 series. Ashtanga, as taught today, is usually split into 3 series. The primary series, Yoga Chikista, or Yoga for Health. The intermediate series, Nadi Shodhana, or the Nerve Purifier, and the advanced series, Sthirabhaga, or Centering of Strength.
So we're just going to be looking at the primary series, although there is the secondary series in here as well, in David's book as well. Okay, so keep going.
Ashtanga yoga is different from many other forms of yoga in that students follow a set sequence of postures, asanas, and a practice will always comprise of the following parts. The opening sequence, the sun salutations, one of the main series, so either the primary series, intermediate series, or advanced series, a back bending sequence, a set of inverted asanas referred to as the finishing sequence. Finally, the practice always ends with savasana, or corpse pose. Many teachers in the West now incorporate a short meditation and breath session at the end of their class using simple chants such as Om and Krim. Oh, that's cream. Daily practice. Regular practice of Ashtanga yoga 6 days a week is encouraged, but we all don't live in ashrams, and sometimes this isn't possible. There are shorter forms of practice that you can do. Do ask me for handouts. Don't rely on these shorter forms. Yogi daily practices everything.
Okay, lovely. Natalia.
Ashtanga, the benefits for mind, body, and spirit. Vinyasa, movement, breathing system. Ashtanga yoga wakes up the internal fire. It ignites the dormant flame. Excuse me. It ignites the dormant flame of vital life energy within all of us. The Vinyasa system works with the synchronization of deep rhythmic breathing and movement. By linking the postures, it creates a continuous flow of energy that heats up the body, bringing oxygen to the blood, nourishing the glands and internal organs, cleansing and purifying the nervous system, releasing unwanted toxins through perspiration. As the heat goes up, toxins are burned up and out of the system, creating a lighter and stronger body and a clear mind. The heat is not only a physical experience, it is an internal spiritual fire that burns through the fog of illusion and ignorance. Access all areas. As the internal heat goes up, not only do the toxins begin to exit the system, but another amazing thing happens. The body begins to bend and move. As Patavi Joyce said, even iron will bend with heat. With this freedom of movement, we are able to open up areas of the body that had been previously restricted or blocked. There is a release, a feeling of lightness. It is in these places that we can discover what yoga truly is. As concentration increases, the breath, mind, body, and soul also come into union, to entrainment. Ashtanga yoga is a focusing technique that joins the main life forces, beating in unison to an internal rhythm, or your internal rhythm.
Yes. Christina.
Yes. With control of the breath, the mind becomes calm, allowing one to tap into a flow state where there is no sense of time, where externally imposed barriers dissolve and there is a sense of oneness with the universe. As focus increases, there's an effortlessness, a lightness in the harmony of movement and breathing. Yoga is not just a physical exercise, some new way to pass the time or fill the emptiness, but a method of bringing life and vitality back into those areas. Awareness of the deeper inner parts of ourselves. It is a reunion with that innate wisdom that we all possess, but seem to have lost touch with. Yoga was developed as a means of acknowledging or returning to the source of life. It is in the very cavern of our heart that we realise the immensity of spaces, and by controlling our own vital rhythms that we can escape the power of time. It is by reaching the source of life that we can escape the power of death. It is by exploring the unknown spheres within ourselves that we can visit the celestial and infernal worlds.
Oh, lovely. So that's our little starter. So what we're going to do is going to get yourselves a drink, maybe pop for a wee, and then I'll meet you again at the mat in a minute, okay? So 5 minutes, and then we'll start looking at this. Okay. Gorgeous. Hello?
Hi.
All good?
Yeah.
Right. So, have you got your manual?
Yeah.
Okay. So I think we can have a little cheat sheet out, and then we'll get David out because he's the king. David trained with Patabi, and then if we go to page 2, 4, 6, 2, 4, 7. Have that out there in front of us. Yeah.
That the standing sequence, yeah.
The standing sequence. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show us a couple of sun salutes again, and then I'd like each of you to do a sun salute as well. So we'll do like a little group practice, and then we're going to try and get through the standing sequence. We'll do a little bit. We'll do one twist and a little bit of the finishing sequence. I think that's what we'll manage today. All right. All good. Right. So, actually, I think we'll start. We'll start with one of you guys first. Let's start with who'd like to go first?
I don't mind going.
Yeah, go. So let's do two Suriname A's.
Okay.
Mhm.
Okay. Shall I just go?
Just go. Just don't think about it. Just don't think
Okay,
about
don't think about it, don't think about it.
Yeah.
Okay, standing at the front of your mat in mountain pose, taking a deep breath in, reaching up to the sky and forward fold. Exhaling. Half rise, pushing with the tailbone and the crown of the head. Inhale, exhale, stepping back, knees down to the floor. Cobra, inhale, rolling over onto the toes, leading with the tailbone, pointing up to the ceiling, downward facing dog for 5 breaths. Inhaling and exhaling. The forearms are rolling inwards. The index finger and the thumbs are pressing into the mat, which helps with the wrists. And then the upper forearms are rotating outwards, creating space between the shoulder blades. Ears are away from the shoulders, and the drishti is towards the navel. Breathing in and breathing out, spreading the toes out, pushing into the heels, lifting the kneecaps and the quads, but stretching the hamstrings. One more inhale in, looking forward, walking or stepping through. Half rise, inhale, exhale, forward fold. Inhale, reaching up. Exhale, back to mountain pose. Do I do 2, Sophie?
Yes, please.
Okay. So looking up, following the drishti, following the hands. Inhale, reaching up, looking up. Exhale, forward fold. Hands down to the ground. Inhale, half rise. Exhale, stepping back or walking back. Knees down to the ground. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, rolling over onto the toes, leading with the tailbone up to the ceiling, downward facing dog. Head relaxed for 5 breaths, breathing in and breathing out. Again, lifting the kneecaps and the quads, hands spread out, creating as much space between the shoulder blades as you can. Nice big deep breaths in and out. One more inhale. One more exhale. Looking forward, walking or stepping. half rise, inhale, exhale, forward fold. Inhale, reaching up, drishti follows the hands. Exhale, back to mountain pose.
Great, thank you. Well done. Laura, can you give me 2 Surinamese, please, if that's okay?
Yeah, yeah. Is that so A rather than B? So
2 A's still,
Two
yeah.
A's. Okay, great. All right, so standing in mountain pose. Inhale, reach hands up to the sky, and exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half rise, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Weight through the hands, step or jump to a plank, and then knees, chin, chest or chaturanga. Inhale, up to cobra. And exhale, back to down facing dog. Take 5 breaths here. Middle fingers facing forward, weights evenly distributed through the hand, tailbones reaching up to the sky. Forearms are turned inwards, whilst the upper part of the arms turned outwards. Heels pushing down to the floor. On the last breath, look to the hands, step or hop to the top of the mat. Inhale, half rise. Exhale, forward fold. And inhale, up to standing. Exhale, down. Inhale, look up, arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half rise, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Step or hop to a plank. Knees, chin, chest or chaturanga. Inhale, up to cobra. And exhale, all over the toes, downward facing dog. 5 more breaths here. As before, tailbones high. Weights evenly distributed. Shoulders are away from the ears. Deep breaths. On the last breath, look to the hands. Step or hop to the front of the mat. Inhale, half rise. Exhale, forward fold. And inhale, up to mountain pose. Arms down, exhale.
Wonderful. Okay, Natalie, you get to do 1A, 1B.
Okay. So, big inhale, arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half rise. Exhale, hands to the mat, step back with the right foot, left foot to join. Knees down, chest down or chaturanga. Inhale, up to cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. And 5 lovely deep breaths here. Strong hands, strong feet, heels to the floor, tailbone high. Really feel the breath throughout the body. On the last breath, on the exhale, look to the hands, step forward with the right foot, left foot to join. Inhale, half rise. Exhale, forward fold. And then inhale, hands up and relax down. Inhale, hands up. Stretch up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half rise. Exhale, hands to the mat, step back with the left foot, the right foot to join. And then knees down, chest down, chaturanga. Inhale into cobra. Exhale over the toes into downward facing dog. Right foot stretch up to the sky. Bend the leg close into the body, look to the hands and step forward. Both arms high up into warrior one. Look up to the sky. Hands down to the mat. Step back with the right foot. Knees down, chest down. Chaturanga. Inhale, cobra. Exhale into down dog. This time with the left foot. Rise up, point high, stretch. Bend the knee close into the body. Step forward with the left foot in between the hands. And then into warrior one on this left side. Arms up, look up. Exhale, hands down to the mat, left foot back. Knees down, chest down, chaturanga. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. I'm going to do 5 breaths here. Lovely deep breaths. Feel that breath and rest. Use this time to rest. Two more breaths. One final exhale. Look to the hands. Step or jump in between the hands. Inhale, half rise. Exhale, down. Inhale, arms reach up. And exhale down.
Lovely. Inhale up. Exhale, forward fold. Rise. Weight on knees, chest to the floor or chaturanga. Inhale up. Exhale, down dog. Leg up, stretch really high. Flex that foot. And then bring the right knee into the body, stepping into warrior one. Inhale, open the chest, look up. Exhale, hands around the front foot, right foot goes back. Drop down, knees to chest to the floor. Inhale up. Exhale, down dog. Left leg up, stretch as high as it will go. And then left knee into the body. Inhale, reach. Square up those hips, look up through the hands. Inhale. Exhale, both hands round. Drop down. Inhale up. Exhale, down dog. Take 5 breaths. Jai breath. Allow the breath to move through you. Tailbone going up to the ceiling. Base in the back of the throat. Let's make this a noisier breath. 2 more breaths. One more. Look to the hands and gently walk the feet towards. Now push up through. Hands by the side of the body again. One more. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, forward fold. Hands to the floor. Half rise. Exhale. Drop back. Drop down. Exhale, down dog. Stretch out. Bring your right leg up. Reach. Right knee into the body. Come into warrior one. Inhale, open up the chest. Hips square and facing forwards. Exhale, both hands around the front foot. Right foot goes back. Drop down. Exhale, down dog. Left leg up, stretch. Left knee into the body. Warrior. Inhale, reach. Square up those hips. Let's get the feet a bit further apart now. Back foot further away from the front foot. A little bit further. Separate and open. Good. Inhale. Exhale. And drop down. Inhale up. Exhale. Down dog, 5 breaths. Let's deepen that breath. Tailbone up to the ceiling. Really open the spine. Any compression in that spine, be gone. 2 more breaths. Open the space between the shoulder blades. 1 more breath. Look to the hands, bend the knees, stepping or jumping forwards. 1 more, just 1 more. Shall we do Surya Namaste? Okay. Inhale up, exhale, forward fold. Hands to the floor. Rise. Exhale, hands to. Let's just hold in plank for a second, bringing the shoulders over the hands. And let's see if we can do a full drop down into Chaturanga. So elbows behind us. Push slightly forward on the toes. Inhale up. Exhale, roll over the toes into downward dog. 5 breaths. Drag breath. In the space between the blades. Move through you. 2 more breaths. One more breath. Bend the half rise, exhale down. Inhale up to standing. Okay. So now we're going to start the standing sequence. Have you got all your mats? All your books and everything? Got your books in front of you? Wonderful. Good. Okay. So we're going to start with Padangusthasana. So remember we did Padangusthasana earlier. What does Angusta mean?
Big toe.
Yay! Big toe. Brilliant. Inhale up. Exhale, hinge at the hips, coming down to pull on the big toe. So our hand. From this side, because I'm trying to fold the body into it. Doesn't help I've got black on black here with the spire. But so deepen the breath. 2 more breaths. 1 more breath. Inhale, half rise. We'll go into Padahastasana from here. Let's bring our feet hip width apart so we can just get a feeling of opening and opening in the base of the pelvis and just around the base of the sacrum as we come forward. down to lift up. So then we're going to go for Utthita Trikonasana. Trikonasana. So, line along their mat. So back foot turned in. Imagine there's a line along your mat if you don't have one. The back foot is turned in. The foot is not rolling in or out onto the mat. It's lifting up. So the instep is lifting up. You're inhaling, reaching, opening up, drawing up the knees and thighs, opening the chest. And you're reaching that left arm along and down the front leg, imagining the body is in between two plates of glass. Beautiful. And you're looking up to the middle finger. Deepen the breath. Beautiful. 3 more breaths here. So with each of these standing postures, we're going to aim to do 5 breaths each. 1 more breath. Contact Mula Bandha or Jhana Bandha. Your drishti is on the middle finger, and then come back up. Turn the left foot in, right foot round. Drop the shoulders down and reach along and down again. Right arm down that leg. Look up to middle finger. Yeah. So trying not to let these legs go all wonky, trying to keep them nice and strong. People often will start bending the front knee. They'll start leaning down here, just trying to get competitive. Doesn't matter how far you get. You can just go right down that leg. It's absolutely fine. Deepen the breath. Good. As long as you're feeling a nice stretch in those top ribs and down the side, that's all you need to feel. And then you're rotating those ribs up. The back hip is moving away from you and your shoulder is lifting and opening. You deepen the breath. 2 more breaths. Drop the bottom shoulder down. 1 more breath. So the aim is to find fire. Draw Mula Bandha in or Dhyana Bandha in. Turn the right foot in, left foot round. And we're going to revolve round this time. So dropping the shoulders down and then reach round. Right hand to left hip. Left hand to left hip. And then you're going to reach round this way.
Sophie,
1, yep.
which way is the back foot pointing on this?
So when you're going, your back foot is staying where it was with the other Trikonasana, okay, with Utthita. So your back foot stays there. Revolve round. Right hand down. Your foot's still there. Foot still. Yeah. Can you see my foot? Foot's still there. But the key is to make sure it's turned in the first place. So make sure your foot is turned in the first place. A little bit more actually, Laura. Turn your foot more. That's better. You won't wobble as much. Yeah. So pushing down, up, hand to the floor, lift up around, and then push through the feet. Inhale, coming back up. Let's turn the other way around. So turn the left foot in, right foot round. Well, let's do it again. Arms out, revolve round, left hand to right hip, right hand to right hip, lean down, elbow to the knee, and then right hand down and look up. Deepen the breath, look up to middle finger. Push down to lift up. The minute you push down to lift up, you create space in the arm. And keep finding the focus and the drishti. 1 more breath. Inhale, push through. Inhale, come back up. Well done. Okay. Utthita Parshvakonasana. So right foot forwards, right elbow to knee, feet nice and far apart. left arm up and over. Deepen the breath. Dry breath. Feet nice and wide, back foot turned in. And then bring the right arm outside of that foot and reach a bit further. That's it. 2 more breaths. 1 more breath. And then both hands around that front foot, right foot goes back. Let's drop down. Let's do a quick vinyasa in between. You don't have to, but keep warm. Exhale, come into downward dog. And bring the left leg up, stepping into Parshva on the other side. So left knee goes into the body. In. Good. Left elbow to knee again, right arm up and over, breathe. Deepen the breath. Good. And really try and open up here. Good. And then let's bring the left arm outside of that. Good. Reach. Pull along to the middle. And then bring hands down to back even. Drop down. Inhale up. Exhale, down dog. And then we're going to go to asana, so right leg up. Right knee in through the body. And let's go over the other way. So we're going to bring the left elbow over that thigh and round. That's it. Now, if you can, I can't, you can bind. So you can bring the chest up a little bit more. Bring your right arm behind. Go for a bind. If you can't bind, you could get a band and try and bind. Or you could just stay like me with your arms down. Just opening those shoulders. Deepen the breath. 1 more breath. Gentle on your shoulder, Natalie, eh?
Yeah, I'm a bit lost now, sorry.
So we're on the right, let's go the other side. Let's go the other side. So we're going to left elbow to knee. Left elbow to knee. And then we're going to go round. So right elbow. Yeah, got it. So right elbow to knee. Good. And then come back up. Come back up. And then we're going to go to Prasarita Padottanasana. So feet a little bit further apart. Inhale up. Open the chest. And then exhale, forward fold. Bring the hands to the floor. Then push up. And then bring the hands to the hips. Open the chest. Inhale. Exhale and forward fold. That's it. Now come back up. Now bring your feet a little bit further apart. Keep your hands on your hips. And then bring the hands to the big toes and see if you can get your head on the floor. So by getting your feet further up, that's it, Christine. That's it. Go, go, go. Well done, Natalie. And just use gravity to try and explore getting deeper with that. That's it. A bit wider. That's it. Good. And then gently come back up, draw Mula Bandha in, and then hands behind you. I've gone the wrong way around with this. This should be the third posture, but I've gone backwards. Inhale up. So this is Padottanasana C, and we just did D. Exhale, forward fold, arms overhead, and draw up the knees and thighs. Take 3 deep breaths. Inhale, come back up. Okay, well done. And then we're going to start with our balancing. So we can use a chair if we need it, or if we think we're okay, we'll just stay stood on the mat. You could also use a wall. You're going to grab big toe straight and bring it out straight. Hold. Hold for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Out to the side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Back to the front. Both hands around the foot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I've lost it. Lift up the leg. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Fold it up and in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Just fold forward to see how that feels. 1. That's it. 2, 3, 4, 5, and come back up. Let's try and do it on the other side. It's a disaster on that side for me. Let's see if I can go right on this side. So grab big toe, find a focus on the floor, 5 breaths. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Out to the side, look in the opposite direction. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Back in. 2, 3. Release. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Fold it in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Little lean. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Inhale. Come back up. Well done. We whizzed through those. I'm going to sit back now and reach up, looking up into Utkatasana as far as you can sit back. The real ski position. Yeah. Ski position posture. So sitting back, shoulders down, look up. Hold 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then right foot forward, left foot back. Open up those hips. Look up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then turn it to the other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Virabhadasana 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And come to the front of the mat. Well done. We did it. We got through the standing postures. It's always a bit hairy for me when I think, oh, can we do it? in our time. That's brilliant. Well done. So let's go to seated. We'll choose 2 seated postures from the seated postures. So let's go. We'll do Paschimottanasana and Purvottanasana. So Paschimottanasana is Western intense stretch and Purvottanasana is Eastern intense stretch. Nice and simple, nice and easy to remember, and very easy just for a sitting posture. So leaning in, we've done this. Pull the sitting bones, open the chest, inhale, and then lean in. Shoulders down, just allow the body to open up. 3 deep breaths here. And then we'll go backwards. So toes to the floor, hands behind you, and lift off. Ready? So off we go. Inhale and lift. Open the chest. And exhale, come back. Oh, lovely. And then we're going to bring the right leg in for our twist. So, and the left foot behind it. So we're going to twist in to Marichyasana. Right arm up. I'll just come a bit closer because it's obvious from this distance. So right arm up. Reach up. Right arm inside of the leg. And other hand. Gorgeous. Breathe. Focus on the space. And then let's swap to the other side. So bringing your left foot in, right foot behind it. Again, left arm up, reach. Left arm inside of the leg and then let's do shoulder stand. Yay. We're going to do 25 breaths in shoulder stand. Go Natalie, go. That's it. Up you go, Laura. Everyone, I'll watch you before go up first. When you go up, make sure that your head is in line with your spine. You tuck that chin in. Bring the legs together. Deep breath. Go. Keep lifting in the hips. And then let's see if we can do some extending. Bring the hands to the knees and lift a bit higher. And then gently come. That's one of our shoulder stands. Breath of fire, really important. We'll be doing this a lot in Kundalini. Let's just bring our, thinking which one, we'll just do the Ashtanga one, which is So we're going to build up to doing 200 of these. So you bring your legs crossed, or I like to just do like a simple cross without any lifting of the knee, and just flatly placing my feet in and just folding them in. Yeah, good. Hands out, palms open. And let's go for breath of fire. Let's do 100. Ready? Off we go. And squeeze everything. Squeeze face, nose, teeth. Let go. Just for a second here, let's just disassemble. So disassemble the breath of fire so we know what we're doing. So do you know what you're doing? If you put your hands up, you're pretty sure you know what you're doing with breath of fire. I thought not. So bring the hand to the belly, bring the hand to your belly, inhale, and then exhale, and just like a bellows, let all the air come out of your body and just draw that tummy in. So inhale, and like a bellows, it really comes out. Yeah. And when it really comes out, also draw in Mula Bandha, Uddiyana Bandha. So you breathe into the hand, again like a bellows. Lovely. Inhale. Need to see that movement when we're breathing. Again. Yeah. So then speed it up. So we're going to speed up to, well, let's try and do 5. So we're going to go, watch this. Make it really obvious. Ready? Let's go. Good. Let's try and do 10 without your hand there, but still working with the bellows. Just 10, because it's going to make you dizzy. First of all, you're not going to be able to do 100. Let's try again. Ready? Off we go. Much better. Much better. I can see you moving. That's much happier with that. Okay. And then let's try and do 20, but fast. And I promise I won't make you do any more today. Ready? Let's go. 1, 2, 3, go. Well done. Well done. Well done. Yes. So let's just breathe in and hold. Go. I mean, how does that feel? Does that feel better? Yeah. Okay. All right. Squeeze again. Moving the energy through with every squeeze. One more squeeze. Okay, wonderful. So now we're going to go into Shavasana. Just notice that we have done movement. We've done our sun salutes. We've done our standing postures. We've done 1 twist, done a couple of seated, and 2 from the finishing series. So just notice how that was put together. And now we're going to go and have our Shavasana. So make sure you're warm. I'm going to turn my lights down. And we're going to take 5 minutes. So I'm going to talk you through Shavasana. We're going to do a counting breath, okay? Just get yourself settled. So this is the most important part of our practice and the least used part of our practice when we're on our own, I can imagine. I mean, the only time you really get Shavasana is when you're ill or when you go to bed and you're like, oh, I've got to get away. But nobody does it like in the middle of the day unless they're made to in a yoga class, which is really important. Just going to make sure that I have a bit of fire going here because it's getting a bit cold. So whilst you're lying down, start to think about a counting, oh, a bit noisy. Start to think about a counting breath. So we're going to count back from 20 down to 1. You hear that? That lovely flame. I'm going to count back from 20 down to 1. I like to think of seeing a number above your head. Now, when you see that number, the aim is just to see that number and not to have any other thoughts going on in your head. So you're going to go 20, inhale, exhale. 19.
golden light. Deepen the breath. Keep watching the light move through you and watching that breath at the same time. Bring your awareness to just that. See places in your body where there is not enough light and send it there now. Finding space. Connect to the energy around us and feel your body becoming lighter. Now exploring and send that energy out to your friends and family. Send it out to people who need it. Maybe it's your mum, your partner, your children, your friends. Send it out now. See yourself as a channel. And then explore who else can have this energy, who else needs this energy. Send it to your community, to your town, to your county, to your country, to our planet. Just feel yourself really connected to this light now. Feel your energy becoming stronger through you. Breathe in and out. Feel yourself connected to flow. Now, we just want to check if there's anything been bothering you. Anything that's been bothering you. Just bring it out now quickly. And I want you to go and put it in a box. You're still lying there, but you can imagine your imaginary self is going to put it in a box next to you. Whatever has been bothering you. And shut the lid. Shut that lid tightly. Make sure there's a little lock on it if you need. And then go back to lying down. And then just next to you, there is a little guardian angel. And they're just going to be pressing on your shoulders, pressing your shoulders down. And just giving yourself a little open up there. Thank you, guardian angel, pressing down on my shoulders. And then that angel is going to go and get that box and going to sort it out. He or she or it is going to sort it out, and they're just going to fly away with the box, sort that out. So that's that problem dealt with. You can just lie there and keep taking in the light now. Keep breathing in and breathing out. Feel the body light. Keep breathing in that beautiful energy that we have all around us all the time. Hold that there. And then let's plant our sankalpa, something we want to do this week. Plant it now. And then let's gently wiggle the fingers and toes and gently come back out of our lovely Shavasana. Bring the knees into the body. Exhale. Energy as we come back up to sitting. Deep. very gently. We'll meet back at our offices, in our offices. Okay? Right. Recording in progress.
How did we feel? How are we feeling now? Good?
Very zen.
Very zen. So, questions about the standing postures. Think you got them?
Yeah, you know when you asked us to bend our knee in, did I miss that? Is that one you added, or did I miss that on the sheet? When we bent on, we were stood up and we bent on our foot into us.
Yeah, that's this one.
I don't know if I had the wrong sheet out.
It looks, well, Ardha Baddha Padmottanasana. You can't see.
Is it on here,
doing
Sophie? Is it on there?
It might be.
I really liked it, but then I couldn't see
Yeah,
it.
it's Ardha Baddha Padmottanasana. He's doing it with touching his toes and
Oh
really.
yeah. It's because it looks so different.
It's different, isn't it? Yeah. I mean,
Cool.
when I'm
Okay.
practicing every day, I can get there, but
Wow.
on a Thursday at 2:45, my body's not quite there. So we did the altered version, and you could just do tree.
Yeah.
You know, it's you're going ahead, you're going above tree.
Cool.
Yeah, so that's that one. Have you got any other questions about any of the others?
Can I ask a question about Warrior One? Because I've been so on that lovely video. I think it's Miriam, and I think she. So when you do Surya Namaskara B, when you go into Warrior One as part of that sequence, don't you? And when she does that, her gaze is forward and her arms are apart. And then I've got a little sheet because I used to do Ashtanga with my old yoga teacher, and I had a look on there, and I had a look in the book, and it's the same there. And so your gaze can be forward and arms apart, but sometimes it looks like your hands are really tight into the ears and your shoulders are down and you're looking up. And I'm wondering, is that an advance? So is this the less advanced and looking up is the more advanced, or are there different times that you do it in Warrior One?
Well, he's got his legs apart there. I mean, his arms apart in Virabhadrasana, A, 1, 2, 4, 7. I would say David is probably the most serious Ashtanga. And then I would say it would probably put more strain on the body doing it like that.
It's
When
hard
you
to
do,
look up, isn't
when
it?
you bring your hands together, the force isn't so hard, is it? It's not so hard. But you're using different muscles as well. You're using those muscles. Whereas here you're using the chest and opening up the chest. So they're both different postures, and there's no right or wrong way, but the most traditional yoga is David. So go with the David. Yeah, if you want to practice that and like really open up, expand the chest. I mean, it's so good for your shoulders and your chest, which gets so tight, don't they? So yeah. Maybe on a Wednesday you want to do that, and on a Thursday you're going to do that. Friday you're like, yes, I've got it. Yeah. Okay. So any other questions on that one? On those? Because next week I think we're going to look at the seated sequence at the moment, but so what I want you to do is have a look at from the standing sequence on Facebook. I'd like you to do 3 of the standing postures. Choose 3 of those standing postures to show on Facebook.
Does it matter whether they're balances or, because there are 2 pages, does it not matter which one?
Doesn't matter which one. That's entirely your choice.
Which page are we looking at for the standing posture?
Page 246 and 247 of David's book.
Oh, David's book.
Yeah.
And then just to recap on what our verbal bit is when we're doing these videos, do we find them then in the manual and kind of work from that?
I mean, there are ways where you can say you can find your own script and or follow a technique and dialogue of the actual wording that you will always use when you do that posture. You can, if you want to, you can devise a script. So you could write a paragraph and then you can go off script after, can't you? So what you could do is you could get your 3 postures, write a script for each, maybe put them in your manual, maybe find a section, make a section in your manual for each posture for the technique and dialogue. When I've done, so looking at these postures, each posture is listed in here with technique and dialogue of the posture. And you can even crib these if you wanted, or you can adapt and make your own.
Okay.
Some strands of yoga even have their own script that the teacher has to say for the whole class. We're not that though. We're our own people. You find your own script.
Okay.
Yeah. So right, so I'm going to go back in here. I know we're running out of time. I'm going to tell you what your homework is before I cut. So you're going to do your daily practice. So your daily practice is, as you have been doing the short sequence. Okay, just keep doing the short sequence. Your learning on Facebook and your technique practice is doing the 3 postures. And I would like you to start looking at the manual, page 91 to 93. 91 to 93. And look at the list that we've got. So we've got a nice list here because it's really useful to try and start to learn. Where is it? It's not 91 to 93. I've written down 91 to 93 and it's not that page at all. It's page 26 to 27. And start to look at these words to learn them. So you're going to start to look. We've done Ardha Mukha Svanasana, Ardha Chandrasana, Padangusthasana. Start to look at the first 10 words to learn them. And looking at the first 10 words to learn them. continue your reading. So I want to share this with you because it's just so lovely. I put the Sanskrit words on this video, but I also put them on YouTube because somebody else was wanting Sanskrit words, so they're on there as well. Like Natalie wanted them, as everybody seems to want them now. So okay. So this is Simon Borg Olivier, and he is, I think he's French. I feel he's French, but we have to watch this. It's like obligatory. Can you hear it?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can hear it.
Can definitely see it.
Oh, you can't hear it. Hang on,
Apart-
hang on. I thought I haven't quite shared the sound. Let me share sound.
I thought it was David. It looks like David.
It does look like David. They're like little clones, aren't they?
Yeah,
Just
there
like an
are.
older David.
An older David. Although David's a bit older too now. Hang on. Okay, let's go back. We need to become the girl versions of this. Okay? You hear now?
Yeah.
For me, yoga is a way of life. I live by the first two stages of yoga, yama and niyama. Yama, for me, is to practice and to live in a way which is gentle, balanced, giving of nourishment and freedom. Gentle is ahimsa, balanced is satya. Giving, the opposite of taking, is asteya. And for me, brahmacharya means not to not make love, but rather to nourish relationships. And aparigraha, non-attachment, means to be free. Niyama means to me the passionate inner quest to remove the obstacles of happiness and loving connection. Saucha is to clean, or for me it's to remove the obstacles that block the movement of energy inside us. We need to tense less, stretch less, or make our body move more balanced. Breathe less. Fitness is when you learn to do things while breathing less. Do more things while breathing less. Think less. Concentration, focus more. Santosha is sometimes said to be contentment, but actually it's the choice to feel how you want to feel. Santosha is the choice to be happy, not to wait to be happy. To recognize that happiness is not something that you wait for, but rather happiness is something you choose. And you can choose misery as well, but happiness is a good choice if you want it. Tapas is not just arduous austerity. It's more the burning desire, the passionate desire to do your best. Svadhyaya is not just study, but it's inner study, study of self. Find out what you're here for, why we're here, who we are, why we are. And Ishvara Pranidhan is not just devotion to an external God, but it's the recognition that we're all connected, connected like a mother and child in love. So for me, it's the devotional recognition, the recognition that we live in an ocean of love. So I try and live by 3 principles. Enjoy your life. Look after your body and help other people enjoy their lives. Enjoy your life sounds selfish, but you can enjoy your life as a choice. It doesn't matter what you're doing or how you are. Enjoyment is a choice, and it's a good choice. Look after your body, because without looking after your body, you can't do much in your life. And the most important thing perhaps to do with your body is to help other people enjoy their lives.
Whoa!
And if the world lived like this, the world would be a better place, I think. And therefore I think it's our personal commitment to every day do something, some personal practice. Your yoga, your meditation, your walk, whatever you do. Some people don't even want to call what they do yoga, but allow that personal time to connect with yourself, to give some love to yourself, to appreciate yourself, to give some space, time and energy to yourself. So that once you've given to yourself and you know what gentle, loving care for yourself feels like, then you can share it with the others. Give it to yourself first. Look after your own body first, your own health first. And once you've done that, a little bit, every day, then give it to the world. Share it with your family, your friends, the people you love, the people you don't know, even the people you don't like, and make it the most important yoga, the yoga of connection, to connect with others, connect with the world, and to eventually recognize and appreciate and make full use of the fact that we're fully connected as one family, one universe in love.
Not wonderful.
I think this is the most important yoga.
Thank you, Simone. Ah, wow. So I love how they put together the yamas and the yamas and the incredible yoga that he can do and what he can do with his body. And each time I watch that, I'm just like, oh my God, it's amazing.
So amazing.
So amazing. Yeah. So that's sort. I hope that's inspired you. Yeah. And yeah. And we'll be there one day.
We will be there.
We'll be there
On the beach.
Yeah. Yeah. So I'll see you guys next week. And look after yourselves. Love yourself. He was telling us to love yourself and make sure you look after yourselves every day. All right. Love you guys. Thank you.
Thank
All right.
you. Thanks, guys.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.